Today is Tuesday, June 24th, and you're listening to the Beer Temple Podcast.
Remember, this is what we wanted. Remember, this is what we said. To never be heard or seen from again. Remember, this is what we wanted. Remember, this is what we said. To never be heard or seen from again.
Hello, and welcome to the Beer Temple Podcast. I'm your co-host for the day, Mike Shalau of Is Was Brewing. I'm here with your other co-host, and you would never guess, Fade Master, Chris Quinn. The panic I saw a second ago while you were
obvious.
Muting and unmuting and slipping and sliding over there.
Yeah, it wasn't a Sergian fade.
No, it
sure.
wasn't Sergian, but it was pretty good. Like a Sergian.
Yeah.
Is it your first time?
Well, yeah, I am weird. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Chris. It's toasty in Chicago right now.
It's hot. I have a feeling we're going to be drinking lots of beer during this episode. Holy crap, it's hot.
It was like real feel of like 99 here on Sunday, and we had a French restaurant making escargot smash burgers, and a ton of people out here and making Le Bouchon, a very well respected French restaurant here, making smash burgers with escargot butter and duck liver tartlets that were really good, but you had to eat them pretty quick because nothing quite as tasty as a melted duck liver tartlet. They were fantastic, and it was crazy.
How'd you set that up? Bouchon come in here. Do they do that sort of thing?
We make their beer now. So they've been making a beer to guard, actually, and you connected me with the guy who wrote the recipe, Vincent, who doesn't actually work at Bouchon, but has been friends with them for forever. And
extremely French man.
Very French man, very nice French man. And like 5 years ago, you connected us, but we were still renting space from Mars at the time, and I was like, it's going to be so expensive for me to have to pay rent to them and then charge you like what it would cost to like use one of these tanks. So it just didn't make sense then. So they made it somewhere else for a little bit, but they wanted a little bit more of a artisanal, rustic beer compared to what they were getting, and
just too well made.
Holla at your boy. That's right.
A little bit.
That's right.
Yeah.
They needed someone to really mess it up,
really screw with it,
and then tell them it was great. And that's what they got. And
it was blonde one time, it's amber this time. 1%.
You ever
10%.
You ever heard of Fantôme, guys?
Exactly. Look it up. People consider it to be maybe the best.
No, probably not anymore. But so that was the release for that beer. So they came up, made some food, released the beer, and it was buzzing in here. It was one of the busiest Sundays we've ever had.
That's cool.
To drink 7% amber beer to guard in like 98-degree heat.
Yes. And
they were smashing the burgers like basically in here, so it was hot.
We should mention where our studio was again.
That's right.
I suggested perhaps Beer Temple this time.
And I said,
you said,
I don't want to go down there.
That came across loud and clear. Although this is closer to my house than Beer Temple is, but
same. So that's why I can walk home from here.
But yeah,
and our guests can go to Hop Leaf.
Like, just how many times do you want to kick me in the balls?
I'm just saying what they did. I'm not saying
right.
Shouldn't take it as a personal offense.
Yeah, it's toasty. It's toasty here.
We do have air conditioners in here now, but
yeah, that's I was going to mention that. So if you hear anything, it's us trying to have a semblance of air.
You get all of the noise and none of
control.
the effect of the air temperature change. So
true.
That's how we like to do things here.
Right. The illusion. You know, when you hear that sound, it's usually AC.
It's rustic AC. They're just noisemakers, and I just tell you it's cooler. And then
speakers. They're speakers.
Yeah, I think there's some Britannomyces in there or something.
Okay.
So that's why they're more rustic.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want? Should we introduce our guest before we talk about your trip?
Sure. Let's do it in order of seniority. Boy, oh boy. I don't know who's the senior member. I think it's
one of the guests got out to
Beckmann.
an early lead, and then I think Mr. Beckmann has overtaken him now.
Yeah, I think he got off to a slow start and then just gained on him.
That's right.
So I think you're officially the senior member of the panel, Mr. Tom Beckmann of Goldfinger Brewing. How are you,
guys?
Hey, what's up? How's it feel?
It feels great to be a senior member now.
Yeah, that's what's rolling down your temple right now is the feeling of being the senior member.
You'll get your plaque later.
It's not like I don't have a million other moments in my life that are reminding me I'm older. Now I'm a senior.
You're having
member
a senior
here.
moment.
Yep.
You're having a senior moment right now. What's new with you, dude?
Pretty much same old. Just brewing a lot of beer. We actually, believe it or not, if you walk into Goldfinger's cellar right now, there's an aroma of Citra and Mosaic hops.
All right, finally you've come around.
Yeah, because we're failing, so we're making IPA now.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
What's the temperature of that IPA, bud?
No, every year we want to make a dry hop beer, and this year this is a West Coast Pils, inspired by Mike's
Timbo?
favorite beer.
Timbo.
Got it.
So it's
Timbo.
Timbo, yeah.
I had some West Coast Pilsners last week. They were good.
Nice.
You know what's interesting is as we're drinking this, thank you, by the way, and not to steamroll your trip, but this beer that you brought from North Park, it's called a West Coast IPA.
Yes.
I feel like West Coast Pilsners have more of the bitterness that I'm expecting from a West Coast IPA than this West Coast IPA.
Got it.
Is that something you've experienced?
I think it depends. Yeah, like the other beer I brought, I don't think you'll have that same feeling about, but we'll see. I had a heady topper and a focal banger today, and my God, were they bitter!
Really?
I was shocked at how bitter they were.
Really?
They're pretty rustic.
They were
about
the
those
bottom
right
of the
there,
cans too. I wonder if they had some like particulate like hops because it was like that bitter. I was like, whoa, this is bitter. But you'd think that would all be out. I mean, they've got serious systems.
Yeah, and they've been making those beers for so long.
Yeah, maybe I just have forgotten how bitter they are.
Yeah, and maybe we because other beers that we know are inspired by that have gotten so lacking in bitterness, we assumed that one also.
Well, I like them
bitter.
because they're bitter. That's kind of why those have historically been two of my preferred of the style.
But the first time you had one of those, it was probably like you could also go get Ruination. So in the context of like what is bitter, it was like, this isn't that bitter. It's got a lot of hop character though.
Well, what's interesting on the West Coast Pils front in terms of bitterness, based on what I've read and the people I've talked to who do it much better than we probably will, is there is that bitterness, but it's all derived from noble hops, and it's the front end is this pungent, familiar Pacific Northwest American hop aroma, but that nice kind of gentle but present noble hop is what
the kettle
is the key.
And
the kettle.
bittering.
Yep.
Tom, I do have to tell the listeners about a day I experienced with you, not really with you, but you sent an email to the Illinois Craft Brewers Guild listserv looking for Citra and Mosaic hops. And then you followed up on an email thread that you're on with our bottle supplier asking for bombers. So I had to make a wellness check, see if your head was okay and what year you thought it was.
I already said we're failing, guys.
Lactose. That'll be the only thing.
We haven't pulled the bomber lever yet. Let's see what that works.
Yeah. Does anyone have a hydrometer that goes to 12%?
Yeah. I mean, that's probably a symptom of me being like pretty far removed from what's actually cool in the industry.
Yeah.
The bombers, that's a special one for our 5th lagerversary coming up. We're putting a Bach in some bombers.
Bach bombers.
Yeah.
Bach bombers. 6.66%.
Whoa. Yeah, you definitely think it's like 2006.
Wicked.
Let's get the devil's beer.
Isn't that what, like, Alpha King is 6.6?
Hell yeah, brother. The ABV of the undead.
Yep. I mean,
ABV,
Alpha King
yeah.
and Bombers.
Well, that
baby.
would be zombie dust.
The
then.
ABV of the beast.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Well, thanks for coming along.
thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. Our second member of the panel. Been a while, as
Been a while.
your favorite band would say, Mike.
That is my favorite band.
And
Since I-
but glad to have him back. Now it's Mr. Eric Hobbs of Blind Corner Brewing. How are you? What's up, dude? How you been?
Doing well. Happy to be back.
Yeah, man. When's the last time
Appreciate
you
you.
were on? Do you remember?
It was pre-blind corner, definitely.
It was pre-blind. Oh, you know what? It was
Might have
probably
Yeah, it was definitely pretty.
it was Salamoth with like, I think I had some City Waters in my cooler
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I think I met Doug at Mars beforehand and we tasted some stuff and we're talking seltzer. So this was like 2019 maybe.
Pre-demic.
Pre-demic for sure.
Yeah.
The before times.
I didn't come on a lot during Salamoth. It was pretty underground then.
Yeah. Yeah. We weren't
Welcome
cool
back.
enough.
That's not true.
I mean,
That's not how that works.
It is true. It might not be the reason you didn't come on, but it's definitely true.
I think they're both true.
Yeah.
Well, what have you been up to? Tell us. Tell us what you've been up to. Get us caught up from 2019 till now.
Go.
You have like a couple minutes.
Gotcha. Well, we released City Water in 2019. Pandemic 2020, 21. Came out of it 22. Started another brewery in there inside the Salamoth thing. Moved on. Started Blind Corner last year. Technically left Salamoth right at Oath Day. Was our last day, last hurrah. Had a great party. Spent a few months getting this all figured out. Brought some dudes
I
on
was
board. Yeah. Tom was an early, you advised a bit.
Adopter.
And you gave me some feedback and
He
some
heard I was
encouragement.
putting beer in bombers. And
Wait,
he's like,
you're-
I was like, bro, you need to write this down.
Was your feedback just why aren't you making lagers?
Yeah, right.
That's all I know
These-
how to talk
What's
about.
up with these tanks? They're going straight up.
I know. I was like, man, this is. I don't.
Your
I
tanks
got,
are- yeah.
That was a
Your guys
heartfelt-
totally
That
messed
was a
it up.
heartfelt
Yeah, right.
Goodbye, though. I was
No, it was
honored
great.
to
It was
be a
an
part of
awesome.
that.
It was an awesome goodbye. And then January of
What was this goodbye? Can you tell me a little bit about
it was the it was Oath Day last year.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
you were just there.
He was there
as
hanging
part
out.
of. Okay.
I was invited.
Yeah,
I didn't just crash it.
we,
I feel like you could probably go anyway, right?
we served Tom's beer at a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Best lager around. No, but it was my last day, so there was a lot of celebratory beers, and then kind of an end of the night goodbye, where John was kind enough to say some words and express what 8 years was like, and then so January of this year though is when we actually officially opened Blind Corner. So we've been rocking for about 5 months. We are producing beer in the Go Brewing space in Naperville and sharing their tap room as an alternating proprietorship. So similar to how a lot of our buds got to start by not owning their own space, but producing and packaging there. And then a little self-distro and some tap room. And it's been good. 5 months in. Very small crew. Small ambitions. Keep it local.
Okay. Very cool.
Keep it rolling.
You guys are doing a whole series of like sub fours. Is that one of the things you're doing?
We have the ambition for the series. Michael, we haven't moved past the first one yet,
Got it.
but
All
it took
right.
us about 5 swings to get the first one to where we felt like it was going to deliver something that might be a little controversial, but give people the idea of, hey, you can drink an IPA that's 3.9% and have an experience that would be similar to that of a more traditional style that's 7-8%. In fact, I ran that with Chris today just to kind of see how he thought about it. And
Yeah, it was good. I'm not laughing because of that. I'm laughing because of something I'm about
So
to talk
rude.
about. No, it's not rude at all.
You just
I
laughed at the man.
I did not laugh at the man. He and I were there, and he knows that I'm laughing about that. He knows what I'm laughing about, probably.
Hopefully.
it's all going to come out. I
Yeah.
taped the whole thing.
I wonder why he
Exactly.
hasn't come on the
It's
show
all-
since
it's all
2019. Anyway, sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
Yeah, we did a little blind tasting, semi-blind. I mean, I knew they were 3 of your beers.
Yeah.
And they were all hazy IPAs. And I guess it was just kind of pick out which one was the 3.9% beer. And then after the fact, he brought out the cans. Was like, okay, what do you think when you see 3.9% double dry hop? And he was like, and I was thinking, I was like, well, I can go 2 different ways with this. Both of them true in my mind. And then Hobbs goes, don't sugarcoat it just because you're on the air. I want to hear your honest thoughts. I was like, okay, well, he's asking for it. And I was like, well, I think there's like a little bit of like rage bait in there. You know, you're getting a little bit of like people wanting to like get pissed off or be like, what the hell? This is a 3.9% double dry hop. So I was like, I think there's a little bit of that calculation in there. But outside of that, I think, you know, and this is something that we can talk about. And I was thinking about it at the time when I said it is, you know, we talk about on the show, like, is it time to just like cash in on style names now? like, do they need to adhere to any actual specific objective like metrics? I'm not sure
outside
they do.
of competition, probably not.
Yeah,
I'm saying even in competition. I mean,
they
fucking
haven't.
Sierra Nevada just won for ESB.
Hell yeah, brother.
And
West Coast Pills winning
clearly
for
you're not-
Pale Ale.
West Coast Pills won. Timbo. So Sierra Nevada Pale Ale is the best ESB in the world. Timbo is the best Pale Ale in America.
It's made
And
with lager yeast.
and yes, and Union Jack is the best English IPA in the world. English style IPA. So like at that point, I'm sure there's
called
ones that are
Union
equally
Jack.
crazy.
But you know, I
Just
will
call
point
it,
out
like, whatever.
I'll point out one thing there. All of these are ale styles that are brewed with lager yeast, or you can get away with that. You clearly don't hang around enough pretentious lager heads because you cannot get away with that shit in the lager world.
Maybe not.
Styles.
You gotta break the boundaries, Tom.
I mean, a West
Hey,
Coast Pills, I mean,
Mosaic and Citra.
it
Let's
won
go.
for Pale Ale. I mean, who knows? I mean, until it happens. The point being, like, I guess you could make an argument for it. How much does style really mean anymore? And it's like, okay, if somebody said we're going to have a Helles, and we're just going to call it Helles, and it's going to be like a super clear golden bready ale. And the idea is like we're trying to like deliver, like we're trying to scratch the same itch as somebody going after that. I mean, that's kind of what people are I guess doing now, and that's kind of the other side that I was mentioning with Hobbs earlier today. I was like, okay, so it's a 3.9% double IPA.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah, but
yeah,
to your point exactly. I wasn't trying to fool you. It was very clear to me that you were going to pick that out. Like, there's just no question. I'd put it in front of you. You do the same. You don't even drink a lot of IPA. You do the same. But what my entire purpose is with Sub 4 is truly selfish in that it creates a drinking experience that I want, which is low alcohol and hop forward, so that it can kind of fit in with the lifestyle that I have right now. And I think there's a lot of people like me. I do think that I'm kind of my own target demographic, and that fits that. But calling it a double IPA versus just an IPA, yes, that was a conscious choice to see if people would be pissed about it and then come at it and be like, no, you can't be. I'm like, well, try it. And then tell me what your drinking experience is like and why do you give a fuck about double or single IPA or session IPA. I think it hits where I wanted it to hit, and this is why we're going to poke the bear a bit.
Yeah.
Do you think that people drink when they grab that can for double IPA? Are they first thinking about the alcohol content,
Yes.
or the way that the hops?
I think it's
interact?
because it's right on the front of the can.
Okay.
It's designed to be
Probably
like
a little
ooh.
bit bigger than the double IPA, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It is very clearly, this is the main point of this beer.
Cool.
Is low ABV 3.9%. So if you like drinking IPAs or double IPAs, I think this is going to be something that would comfortably fit into your drinking habits. And whether or not you're drinking to get drunk is a different conversation. A lot of people are going to say, I hate on this because I want 8.5%. Why would I buy this
Then don't buy it.
if I can't get drunk? And I'm like, well, then maybe that's not for you.
Right. Buy it because it's delicious.
Yeah, buy it because it tastes good. And in having been in the Go non-alcoholic orbit for a bit more now, I see a lot of value in moderation and the way they approach their world. And I think there's this emerging space where people are probably going to be looking for stuff like this. I know Doug talks a lot about it. I don't think I'm entering into this with any delusion of we're going to be a big thing. I like this to fit exactly how we're building our brand experience. We like low alcohol beers. Most of the beers we make outside of Sub 4 too are also low alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, and every brewery doesn't have to be for everyone all the time.
Yeah.
I think that was a problem that a lot of breweries got into in the last 10 years. Is trying to be the brewery for everyone all the time, and sitting here with 3 brewers who are definitely not the brewery for
100%.
everyone all the time. And just because you're making hoppy beer doesn't mean you have to be the brewery for every time people want to have a hoppy beer, right? You're going to find the people that love what you're doing the same way that Tom found people that love lagers, mm-hmm. and I've found people that love saisons. It's just that you're making styles that are familiar, familiar in a way that people aren't used to yet, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and I hope people embrace it. That's how we stay in business, obviously.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a few swings at things that aren't as common, and this just happens to be one of them.
Awesome.
There you are.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, see you guys next week.
Good
It's
talk.
all wrapped up.
Good talk.
We did it.
So I have a redemption story I should probably talk about.
Oh, yes. Let's do it.
Not my redemption, of course. Well,
No,
I guess I was redeemed. I was also redeemed.
You don't need to be redeemed, Chris. You're great.
That's true. Well, I wasn't cut off at North Park.
Hey, there's an applause button on there I found last week. It's not that one.
What was that?
Nope.
All right. Well, good enough.
That was close enough. Wait, try the blue one. Try the blue one. No.
All right. Whatever.
Yeah, that's a Zombie Dust Radio Hour.
All right,
Okay,
well,
no,
I'll
maybe
try
there
that.
wasn't a clap.
Okay.
Amazing.
Welcome to the morning zoo.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I should have had the rim shot. So yeah, didn't get thrown out rather. Went back. Didn't have the best experience, as I've mentioned on this show, at North Park.
The first time.
Yeah, and
I thought you were saying again.
and didn't really think the beers were that exceptional either. I think we had said that Green Cheek beer we had was our favorite beer.
Yeah, but I think people think Green Cheek is pretty exceptional.
Yeah, but I'd never had. It was like the first Green Cheek I'd ever had, and we're like, ooh, that beer's really good. Went back and had not just a serviceable bartender, but a truly exceptionally good bartender.
Wow.
Like my kind of bartender.
Same person.
Yeah, same dude. And what I liked was there were 3 of us. Again, we sat in the exact same 3 seats. 3 of us, 3 different people. I was the same. And what I loved is as it got busier, he went to one of us and only took one of our orders at a time and then walked away before the other people could order. No, of course, he did not do that. He took all 3 of our orders. I mean, that's not what made him great. He was just really a good,
like great hospitality.
Yeah, a good bartender. That's why I got cut off last time, is because I was commenting on the exceptionally poor quality of the bartending.
Yeah, you got to sell a corridor on there at their ass and got a little snarky.
Yeah, and yes, and then his manager came over and cut me off. Anyway, I don't remember. I don't want to rehash.
Maybe you should have been cut off.
I don't want to bring up old shit.
I was blacked out. This guy sucked at bartending.
It was solely because of that.
So now I am going to have to relitigate this, I suppose.
Let's get that guy on the pod. Let him tell
2
his
years
side of the
ago.
story.
This is 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess I'll rehash. It was 2 years ago.
If this bartender was as poorly, trained at bartending or poorly capable of bartending as you claim, I doubt they're still working there after 2 years.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Sorry, I didn't.
I
Mean
was
to
going
step
to. I was
rehashing
thinking.
what
I wasn't
you're
really going to do it, but I was thinking it'd be funny if I asked and tried to figure out if that guy was still.
Yeah, who's
working.
the guy that
just a
sucks
point
at
of
this
clarification?
job?
Were
Yeah.
they taking orders from everybody else around you, but leaving you out?
When this time or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. He was
There might have
getting
been a
busy, and there'd be 3 of us, and it'd be like, okay, what do you want? And you'd be like, I want a sub 4. You're like, I want a Anchor beer, and and then, but he would already be turning away after Hobbs put in his order, and he'd come back and just take yours. Come back
And be like, tell me
just
again what
take
you
mine.
said. Yeah.
Right.
That's
And then like a line was forming.
Yeah, I don't like
meanwhile, and I'm like, dude, this guy is terrible. And then
This guy stinks. He was saying right to the guy who was saying the order.
no, I was not doing that, but I guess I was being a little bit loud. And then his manager came over and said, we're not, serving you anymore. And also, like, what is, like, the universal way that a bartender tries to subtly tell you that maybe you're... They can
like
just be
me?
like, someone.
Like, hey, Jagoff, stop drinking here.
They put a water in front of you.
That's not how someone just comes. Like,
No,
a
they're
good
like,
bartender.
They'll give you a water.
They'll just
They'll
put
give you a water.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was saying to you. I was like, doesn't do any of that stuff. And then it was early in the day. It was like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. Maybe we left around 5. It was starting getting busier. And we went about to 3 or 4 other places that day. And
Yeah, you
We
didn't
were all
get you didn't
fine.
get booted out. They just didn't like the cut of your jib.
no, they said, we're not going to serve you anymore. You two are cool. We'll still serve you, but not you. So then I was like, all right. They're like, should we leave? I was like, no. I want you guys order 2 more, and we'll just sit here. And then it was like it's just a non-issue. I wasn't angry. I was more like, this only goes to show that you're not even good enough to, like, confront me on it. You run and get your manager, and then, like, don't make eye contact with me anymore.
While you're sitting there not drinking your water,
I was
trying to
just
make eye contact
staring
with
at
them.
him,
Yeah.
staring at him. Totally wasn't just going about
Your
like
business
conversation.
normally.
Yeah,
Of course not.
but anyway, this this was awesome.
You sound
Was
like an
excellent.
amazing customer, by the way.
And no, and like a big group comes in. Like at one point where I have maybe like 20%, 15% of my beer left. We're kind of around that, all 3 of us, and a big group comes in of, like, I think they get a lot of, like, beer tourism at this place.
That's what you were doing, right?
Yeah, and but a crew of, like, maybe 8 to 10 guy, like a big crew, walks in, and they start coming up to the bar, and he's pouring something. Looks over his shoulder, sees him coming in, and he was like, "You guys want me to hit you up with something?" Real cool. And I was like,
Nice.
that's amazing.
That's
That's
a pro
awesome.
move.
So this
right
is literally
there.
the opposite
Nice.
of the
Right.
person.
And he doesn't say because they're there. He doesn't say
Nice.
anything like that. He's like, you guys want me to grab you another round? And I was like, yeah, that's great. I mean, just as he was pouring, looked over his shoulder, saw them, looked down at me, said, should we get you guys in before they come in, and start asking questions and stuff like that. He was great.
Yeah.
So bravo. He was awesome. Seemed to be a little more seasoned. He was a little older.
Yeah.
And just was quite good at his job. I think he was the best bartender we had on the whole trip. Although I will say, the pizza port guys are always so, like, cool and chill as well. Yeah,
I'm gonna chalk that up to how good that experience was, or how bad the last one was. That someone there definitely listens to the show, and they've done a whole staff training.
well, I was
about,
getting to that.
if you see this man,
Nice.
Yeah,
and they have your mug shot in the back from the last time they
right
kicked
here.
you out,
yeah.
or cut you off,
Hide.
not kick you out.
Hide Caden. Don't
Yeah.
let Caden come out.
You don't know if his name is Caden. Come on,
He looked.
come on now.
He was the age of where that was
Come on
probably
now.
the number one.
Caden is like, they would be like your son's
Maybe
age.
Jaden?
Yeah, okay, Jaden.
Jaden.
Yeah, I would go with probably Jaden.
Jaedyn.
Okay.
Does Jaden still work here? Not knowing his name at all.
be
Be like,
so
oh no, he was only here for a little bit.
Do you mean Caden? Yeah, no, he was
My
not.
bad.
He was not supposed. He's not.
Some
a
dude in
bartender.
Chicago
Yeah.
got him fired.
Yeah.
Exactly. Long story. So the beers were very good. I brought one here, as Tom mentioned, and they just a little bit. The verbiage out there is a little different because double dry hopped here. I think of it's going to be hazy, right? Often,
Most
but
of the
here
time.
it was like super clear. Definitely did not mean that. And if it was going to be a hazy beer, they definitely put hazy on the name of the beer. And their hazy stuff was like as hazy as like 2019 hazy, like looked like I don't even grapefruit juice or something like that. Didn't get one. Did not look appealing.
That's
But
not what you're there to do.
no, I'm here to have. I had a West Coast Pils.
Mm-hmm.
Had a couple IPAs. I had a collab with that they do a lot of collabs, but they did one with Dogfish Head called something about the awesomeness, believe the awesomeness, or contain the awesomeness, or something like that. I have a picture of it if you really want to get the exact name. Wow, I mean, it was one of the more. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like one of my favorite IPAs I've had, but it was certainly one of the more unique flavor profiles. It tasted, and again, this is in a good way, like Country Time pink lemonade is like what it had, this like really pink, fruity, lemony component to it. Very, very good. Very
Nice.
good. And what was it called? It was called Manifest the Awesomeness. And then friend of the show, Chris Penna, was in Delaware, sent me a photo and was like, hey, man, did you have this when you were out there? And he had a can of that same beer, but it was from Dogfish Head. I guess they're canning it out there. So
Was he wearing a MILF Hunter shirt?
I can only assume it is season.
Yeah,
It is MILF hunting season now.
that's right.
So if he wants,
Did you renew
if
your
he wants to
license?
hunt legally, well, I'm not going. I'm not there. He was there.
Oh, right.
So you have to be in state to get your license, I think.
Yeah.
Now, once you get it, you're allowed to MILF hunt, I think, internationally. But you have to pick it up there.
That's unusual. Usually
same
it's
with
state
booty.
by state.
Well, no, like you know. So I've got
Yeah,
you.
I
You
got
asked me. After you asked me, I got you a MILF hunter and a booty hunter.
Booty Hunter shirt.
But now you're fully licensed in Illinois now, as long as you have the shirt on.
I've been hunting booty ever since. I did not get it renewed, though, so hopefully the Bureau of Land Management doesn't listen to this. Bureau of Booty Management doesn't listen to this.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and that's that was the gift you gave me.
That keeps on giving.
Really nicely wrapped at my
It was
wedding
your wedding present.
that I opened with my wife, and it was just a Booty Hunter shirt that she then
You're welcome.
And the same day, Eric gave me a Citra hat. So there's a picture of my wife that she will probably not let anyone see, wearing this like double XL Booty Hunter shirt and like a Citra flat brim. That I'm like, will you just do this one thing for me?
I think she's just so tiny, it fit her like a double XL, but I think it was a medium. I think I got
It
you.
probably wasn't.
Yeah.
That's very possible.
But at that moment is when you knew she was a keeper.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
After I married her.
After
She
that's
found
when
the Booty Hunter
you
shirt.
had some doubts, but
I was in Detroit seeing her family, and we went to this bar called Meantime, which is like an awesome beer bar there. And her dad loves like bar merch, like he likes like glasses and shirts. And my wife's like 5 feet tall, maybe weighs 100 pounds. And he's asked me like, what size do you think Sarah wears in these shirts? And I'm like, Pat, you've known her entire life.
Right.
Whatever the smallest size on the rack is what Sarah's going to be wearing. But yeah, Meantime, great bar in Detroit if you're around.
I just met those guys actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Your beer was there when we were there.
It
was
was
in cans. Yeah.
Oh, awesome!
It was like two weeks ago.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. We had just sent some beer for the Homes Nucleate
Yeah.
Festival.
I was there that weekend.
Oh,
that Friday
perfect.
is when I was there.
Because that's where I met the guys. They like had closed.
Yeah, they
for
closed on a
day.
Saturday to go
On
to
a Saturday
Nucleate.
to go to
I was like,
Nucleate.
you guys are crazy.
But super nice guys, and
yeah, they were awesome.
they drank a lot of our beer.
Yeah, they were cool.
So that's the redemption story.
Mhm.
North Park making very good beer. Got up to Micklehenney. There was a wildfire that
Oh no.
kept us there for a little bit longer.
Sure.
Yeah, for real.
Who started it?
Oh.
Yeah, true.
Like, if there's a wildfire, I have to stay at Micklehenney for 3 more hours.
It's crazy. It almost
Burn down
smelled
the
like
entire western seaboard, or have 2
here you would
more
have thought like, oh, is
houses?
somebody grilling, or does somebody have a fireplace on? And then my cousin, who has lived out in San Diego his whole life, were like, oh, are they like, is that a restaurant? And he's like, I think that's probably a wildfire we're smelling. And then, yeah, lo and behold,
It's
they
scary.
started dropping stuff out of the. Well, then we were looking up, and it was 25% contained. And we're like,
Is that good?
should we be worried? And he's like, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
He was like, when it's 0, that's when I'm worried. And he's like, we don't have like ash falling and stuff on us. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's
We are living
fun.
in the fucking apocalypse.
What
This
is
is-
happening?
Yeah. Micklehenney though,
Was it any good?
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good stuff. Brought some stuff back from them as well, and yeah, just went to all the spots. New Zealand lager and New Zealand Pale Ale is definitely more of a thing out there. I didn't see many called XPAs, but definitely I saw that NZ called out a bunch out there.
That makes sense. It's one of the physically closest places, New Zealand, in the U.S., but also, like, they started that in the U.S. Like, they were the first people to bring in New Zealand hops. Like,
I meant just the beer scene
right.
in San Diego. But, yeah, it makes sense, I suppose. Yeah.
I mean, the reason there were so many people barrel-aging beer around here, probably the same reason there's so many New Zealand beers out there.
Right. So I brought back some Munts, the old Alpine Nelson. So that was great. So I had a good old trip.
I just put together the Simpsons reference for that.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what months meant for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that the first time I heard it either. I was like, that's a weird name. And then somebody told me, Nelson Muntz is the name of the character. So, yeah.
Oh.
Here I am. Just got that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yes. It's a good beer. Golden Rye IPA. I mean, talk about a style that just does not exist anymore. A rye IPA? Certainly not
golden rye.
Yeah, I mean, really, any rye IPA just doesn't exist anymore. I mean, you just do not hear about those.
I wonder if some of them do, and they just don't say it anymore. We've done some stuff like that where it's like, we don't say Brettanomyces in this because some people don't want it, but they like it how it tastes, but they don't know what that means, and it scares them. So most of the stuff we have on draft right now has Brettanomyces in it, and we just don't say it. So I wonder if there's rye still in a bunch of stuff that people are just like, if we take rye out of the name, people will think it's a different beer. And
well, you would rye right in the name for Love Tie. Or,
yeah, you call it Love Me Long Tie.
Love Me Long.
I don't think that's what's on the board, but I'll have to double check.
Yeah.
Sometimes they play goofs on me.
Love Me Long Tie.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Long Tie Double Rainbow Rye, a half-acre beer we resurrected from 2010.
It's delicious.
Thank you. That was their recipe that we just
What percentage rye was it?
It's a good question. I don't remember. Close to like 20.
Ooh, nice.
Did not stick that mash, fortunately.
Well done.
Only stuck one so far.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And did you stick it?
Boy, did I ever.
Stuck the landing, huh?
Stuck the landing. Our boiler broke that day. Then knocked into a tank where the glycol chiller, the Ranco wasn't calling for glycol. So we had to transfer to another tank, and then instead of not calling for glycol, it was stuck open. So that beer got down to like 28 degrees overnight. Had to come in and shoot hot liquor at the door while we recirculated it.
Right.
Prayed that it fermented out. And if you come and have our stout, definitely not that beer.
I think I heard this story on this podcast before.
Yeah, probably.
I think Doug was witness to this, was he not? Or part of it, the first day at least?
Saw the problem. Eric.
Eric.
Eric came here.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. That's like a long
This might have been the year end.
That was the worst brew day. Second worst happened a little bit ago where I broke the temp probe that controls the solenoid that opens the steam to our boil kettle as the people we were collaborating with showed up. So I drove 4.5 hours round trip to try to pick up a new temp probe from Granger warehouse, and it didn't work.
Oh man! God.
And so then I called Topher, who like helps us with some when I break stuff. And it's like, I don't know, if you get a strong enough magnet, you can force the solenoid open. So now we just permanently have a strong magnet stuck on the solenoid instead of using this dumb temperature relay system.
Dumb because you broke it.
It's dumb because it's like over-engineered.
Broken by you.
There's no need for it. Like it was like you have to set it above the boiling point to keep the valve open so that steam flows to the kettle, even though there are manual valves before and after the solenoid valve. So we just use the manual valves now and leave this magnet on the solenoid. Yeah, I mean, Chris,
you don't have a ball valve in the line that you can manually open?
We do. We have many of them, and for some reason, this solenoid valve was still in there, and this temp probe was from like 2007 or something. So it never reads correctly. So I was trying to like tighten it into place.
Solenoid valves.
That
was the era.
That was like the golden era. 07.
I was trying
06, 07.
Yeah, I was trying to screw
they were
it
still
in,
big.
and I just broke. It just disintegrated. And so we just, Chris, I know you probably haven't realized this over the many years of doing this podcast together, but I'm a deeply stupid person.
No, I've realized that.
Thanks. So I need the things that I'm dealing with to be equally as stupid as me. So like the least amount of pneumatics, the least amount of solenoids. Yeah, if I can just stick my finger in it instead of like having to like put a cap on it, that's better. And
you have to move to like England or the gravity fed breweries where you're like, I put it in here and beer comes out the bottom.
Yeah, that's about
Brewing
as much technology as I should be around. So
well, gravity's all around us, so let's just rely on that.
And no one knows how magnets work, so that thing hopefully it keeps going and leaves that solenoid open. But that's
Don't they run out? Don't they run out of juice if you keep using them for too long?
We got a USB charger for it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
Hey,
I have
Tom.
a question. Okay, yeah, no, I think Tom.
I was just gonna, hey Tom, you need a beer.
Yeah. What,
I've got a.
oh yeah, the Swamis. What do you think of the Swami?
Oh,
Classic.
amazing, amazing, delicious.
Right. Yeah.
It's a classic, but I haven't tasted a beer like this in so long. It's really good, and it's crazy. Like the flavor profile and when things are hitting is so different than
Yeah, I know.
than anything else I've ever had. Like
It's awesome.
it doesn't. When you were talking about this is going to be more bitter, I drank it. I'm like, isn't that bitter? And I was like, oh,
yeah.
no, it sneaks up on you.
It does, but it's not
It's
at
really
all
clean.
It's
Yeah,
not
not
off-putting
aspirin-y at all.
No.
And it's so weird going there. I mean, having been there now just recently, so I've been going to
So
San Diego
weird.
my whole life, but then I've been going a lot more the past couple of years. And Pizza Port in Ocean Beach is my favorite beer place in San Diego. Probably in California. It's so cool. It's such a throwback. I mean, I think they have like Big Buck Hunter or Golden Tea there.
Oh, nice.
You can
Hell
get your
yeah, brother.
pizzas. And then they have like the Chronic Hoppy Amber Lager is just like on all the time. I assume has never left.
Why would it?
I mean, I was there 10 years ago, and then I was there
Like
a week ago. And
Amber
it's
Lager
been on
might-
there
might be
and
the same
in
batch.
between every time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the Chronic. It's called the Chronic. That's how old it is. I mean, they have an amber lager ale called the Chronic.
A hoppy amber ale called
Yeah.
the Chronic.
Yeah.
What was the ratio of hazies to West Coast pills in the places you
there?
went to?
Oh,
Yeah.
at Pizza Port, I don't know. They had ones called tropical IPAs there. I don't know if they had hazies, but at other places, they definitely had some hazies there. I know Pure Project kind of not specializes, but definitely deals in hazy. North Park had a maybe two hazies.
Does everybody call it out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they all call it out specifically that I saw as hazy. I guess there could have been ones that were hazy that didn't call it out. I just didn't order any and happened to get hazy. I never got surprised. If anything, I got surprised when I was ordering like double dry hopped, IPAs, and they would come super clear. I was like, oh.
I feel like that would be a
Nice.
sin there to like order something you didn't think was going to be hazy and then it shows up and it's hazy.
Yeah.
People would riot
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
I
what
feel
the
like
hell
that
is
happens
this?
so often here.
all the time.
It's hard to navigate what kind of hoppy beer you're ordering nowadays.
Totally. We destroyed the nomenclature, but what are you going to do?
Just call everything a double IPA, I guess.
That's how it works, Chris.
But the point is, like, yeah, I mean, I
God,
think
is it?
style and all that
Yeah,
stuff it's becoming more difficult to kind of figure out.
I mean, things will like evolve and there will have to be some sort of nomenclature for that. There's going to be something that is
Maybe.
effective in doing it. And then we'll all be like, oh, okay, it should be that. Because like, I don't think anyone likes ordering something and then getting something you didn't
Right.
like. Like, sure, style means nothing and it's just a way to, but what it should be is a signaling mechanism to tell people what they're going to get. And then you either deliver on it or you subvert it in a way that pleases them. You don't want
Right,
to
but
subvert in a
that
way that
second-
doesn't.
right,
you
but
don't want to
that's-
subvert in a way that displeases
Of course,
people.
nobody's trying to do that, but I think it's
Right.
that second part where you're going to have people not conform to a certain thing, and that's why everything is like an IPA.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the big thing to break away from that has been a West Coast Pilsner, which is about as close to calling it an IPA as you can. But
do you foresee an opportunity for clear IPA to be called out in packaging or menus or something?
That's like West Coast is.
I don't
right?
know.
Well, that's how people
But
use
you have
West
to know
Coast
what
here, I
that
feel
means.
like. Yeah. That's
Whereas
true.
people know what a hazy IPA is, and is the
I wonder-
polarizing element of that the visual, or is it also the
the
tasting
softness,
experience?
and the thickness.
Sure. Right. I mean, I guess that's what they do with lagers. That they're starting to say unfiltered lager.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
stuff like
Been
that.
doing that for a while.
Yeah. Who knows? I have a question for everyone here,
Mm.
and I suggest that if it's going to be kind of a loose show, it's okay. Everyone read the
telling
outline.
me this
I
now?
know. Yeah. If there's anything else that people have questions about, just I've got something that just shoot it out there. That's what I'm telling people right now. But here's one that I have. It's so hot right now. I feel that everyone is going immediately to, well, what are the go-to styles, Tom? Like that, if it's 90 degrees, what do you think people are going to? Name a style.
I mean, I think lager is
Right.
really
I-
reigns supreme in that.
I would say a Pilsner is what people are going to go to. Maybe after that, you would just say a pale lager, something like that, right?
Sales,
Well, I would-
sales at
I-
our tap room say 7% amber beer de garde. Technically, is what we if we follow.
And you
if
are
we-
definitely the
if
rule.
we follow the numbers.
Yeah.
I will push back though. You said Pilsner. What we've experienced at Goldfinger,
Is it's
the
too
hotter
hot.
it gets,
Yeah.
the more that people want pale lager. They want either our original,
yeah.
or our Mexican lager.
Right. Yeah. So I agree that those are probably better for when it's super duper hot. But I think what people would think in their mind is, I'm going to get a Pilsner,
Right.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Lager.
Agreed.
But what I want to challenge people at this table to are, what are some styles that are exceptional, not just good, but exceptional in exceptionally hot weather? So not just warm weather, but like when it's really hot, what can you open up? Because I think a Pilsner is, when it gets really hot, they're too hoppy. I remember having, or too bitter, like a Trumer one day a couple of years ago when it was like 90, and I was like, "Ooh, man!" And it was too hot. It was just too hot for the Pilsner. Like a PBR, fine. I mean, you could drink those things. You could crush. I mean, that
American macro lager.
those are like, that is what those are for. Like for
I mean,
those.
Hellas.
Yeah.
I think is there.
Mexican lager.
But what are some other styles
Table beer.
that you think excel in exceptionally hot weather?
I think our little 3.2% table beer is like, that's when I want to drink it. Like, we have it on all year round because out of stubbornness. But when it's like this, I'm like, I just want to drink. That's all I want to drink.
So table beer for you is like, that beer shines when it's super hot.
Super hot, yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? I've got a bunch, but I don't want to.
Milkshake
that.
IPA, I think.
No, I
Rositsky.
don't agree with that. We seem to sell a crap ton of our Berliner Weiss, little 4%.
It's a great one. Yeah.
And we serve it meat juice as well. So we have like a Woodruff or a raspberry syrup. And I find that a lot of people, you start putting a few of those over the bar, and before you know it, half the room's got them.
It's fajita beer.
And they're
Yep.
low alcohol, a
4%.
little tart, and you
Yep.
can just
Yeah, they're
crush them.
They're barely tart, so like you can.
A
drink
lot
them
of wheat
quick.
beers, I think, are in that category because when that Trumer was too hot for the Trumer, I opened up an Allagash White.
Oh,
That beer, I could go like it was.
I think
No fatigue. It was totally fine. It was thirst quenching. It was really eye opening, like how amazing that beer was at like 90-degree heat. It was blazing hot.
the hotter it gets, I think the more wit and Hefeweizen like depart for me. Where like I don't want to drink a Hefeweizen when it's hot out.
I think Hefeweizen's another beer that
I
is
was gonna
really
say Hefeweizen.
good
think-
when it's hot.
I think there can be a little maybe there are probably definitely versions of it that are
It can be
crushable, but
really good.
yeah,
Yeah. Now, I don't
think
know.
I'd rather drink a Belgian wit.
And you also crush a hef in a slightly different way, I think. You can drink them fast, but they're so good, I think, in the summertime.
I agree. I think the silkiness is great. The kind of almost citrus and clove element is refreshing. It's a little less carbed, so I think that could weigh a little bit heavier on a palate in a super hot day. But I kind of reverse engineered this very scenario for the beer that we released today because I had no clue what kind of beer Anchor used to brew, their summer beer. Turns out it was a wheat beer, an American wheat beer. But I was trying to reverse engineer the experience I had on a really hot day in the backyard. And I think more than anything, it's about the sensation, and it was a higher carbonated thing. I think what we're finding common ground in and what we're talking about is a higher carb, a little touch of kind of sweetness, but then either some form of dryness or tart gives that refreshing feeling. And clearly we all agreed low alcohol is key. And alcohol, the more you drink, the hotter you feel in the face and your body. So obviously, I always thought about that beer as kind of like water adjacent. Like how good is, like, after you've been exercising, like just chugging a nice glass of cold water. Delicious, but lacking in fizz, lacking in flavor and sweetness. So then you just kind of start from like make really clean, soft water and start enhancing the water beyond that.
Yeah. I mean, when you're... What's up?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, when you're thirsty, like truly parched, like I think obviously water is the best. But when you are like hot, like if you've been like out, I don't know, like doing like yard work under the sun or something, and you're like just been roasting and you're sweating and you're dirty, nothing is better than a cold beer. I mean, those are the beers that you drink in like, oh my God, I just drank that in like 30 seconds.
Greatest beer of all time.
And you weren't like trying to. You're just like, whoa, it's gone.
This past weekend, it was the carnival in Downers Grove, and we were serving beer there. I went with my kids. They went on carnival rides on Saturday. It was like 95, hot. And we finally, after an hour and a half, went to the beer garden. And I had to tweak something on our trailer, so I grabbed a Mexican lager for my wife. I go in and just like 20 seconds of like turning up a regulator, I come out and she hands me an empty cup and she's like, I need another.
Whoa. Allison, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's just how it is.
Did you give her a Booty Hunter shirt? After,
she was already wearing
it. Rotary Grove Fest. Yep. Her Booty Hunter shirt. And your two beautiful children just wanted come.
One thing I forgot to mention, are there any other styles that you think are exceptional? I think we've kind of table beer, I think, is kind of there as well. It's like, it's not necessarily wheat, but it's got a little bit
there's a touch of tartness.
Yeah.
It's super dry. It's low ABV. It's just like, I have it available to me, so it's when it's hot, and like that's what like we see the behavior of people that work here is kind of like when all of the beers are free, like, or not all of the beers, but like when the beers you're getting are going to be free.
Yeah. Like,
what do you actually choose? And then
I'll give you a weird variant that fills a lot of the same slots as these other beers, but a good thirst quenching beer. I don't know when it's 90, but let's say maybe just a little under that. Goose and Lambic is a good one. A good one is really good in
tried
warm.
That.
Yeah,
when it's that hot.
Cold when it's cold. Yeah, like a.
We don't all have
just
the
like a
best
Cantillon
beer bar in the entire
I
country.
bet that would be like when they serve it like on cask, and you have hand pump like Lambic, young Lambic. In like one of those bars in Belgium, I bet that would be incredible.
Yeah,
it's like a little bit chilled, like it's not super effervescent, so it's not gonna like it's not gonna stop you from drinking it.
Yeah,
it's gonna slow you down.
Right.
Just crushing one of those.
But the best ones aren't too sour.
Out of a jug in Wallonia, you know?
Yeah, man.
while you're harvesting wheat.
Well, yeah. I mean,
as a peasant.
Could probably,
could hit
except for that
harder
last
than
part.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, I'm so rustic, man.
We're the modern peasants.
I feel like...
So rustic, man.
Yeah. I feel like Labouchan's house beer right now, man. That's what he said as he's resting under a tree, drinking from a jug.
Passed out drinking 7% beer guard.
You know what's interesting? What about, does cider ever cross your mind?
No,
in that scenario?
It doesn't for me. And it I guess, fills, a lot of those, qualifiers for, it's a little sweet, it's a little tart.
You could find some effervescence.
Yeah, and low ABV, but it never crosses my mind. Does it for you?
Not until recently, but I'm pretty fascinated with American history and how we were built on whiskey and cider. And so I had an opportunity to try some excellent ones that were spritzy, like single origin ciders.
Oh, the Colorado stuff?
Yes,
Hagen.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that stuff is like out of this
Yeah,
world.
but you can have that.
So
I had that in the middle of the winter and had the same experience.
You drink that any
literally.
time of year.
I was.
We had that with
Delilah.
Miller, right?
Yeah, it was.
That was your
incredible.
birthday?
Yeah, February.
Yeah, I got COVID.
So maybe not the
day,
middle of winter, but
I do. I get COVID again to drink those Hagen ciders again. those are so good. You don't
I
have
could
to.
see
You can just go buy
enjoying
them.
that, though. And on a hot day, I could see enjoying that.
Those are special.
Those hit so hard.
Oh my god.
Yeah, those
Out of
are.
this world.
That's amazing. I mean, that's the closest to having like English cider that I've ever had
outside of England.
Yeah.
That's
I guess that was the assumption. Outside.
I don't know. You didn't say it.
That's true. I mean, yeah. I guess I wouldn't know if I hadn't had it. I forgot to mention it earlier. Something that was odd when I was out there. We went to SeaWorld, and they have a bar there, and you can bring them into any of the exhibits, which is beer.
They have a bar at SeaWorld?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
They have like
a couple of
like
them.
Shamu cocktails.
Yeah. No.
Orca old fashions.
Orca old fashions,
Yes.
right? Yeah, they don't really
Dolphin
play up.
They've been little daiquiri with a little dolphin in it.
Ever since those
Banana daiquiri, banana dolphin in it, and they're the dollars like, what the fuck, dude? That's pretty messed up.
What they do is have some. Actually, it was pretty local. They had a lot of local beers. Now they had some of the big boys for sure. They had like Elysian and stuff like that, but they had a Pizza Port on draft, and they had a whole series of Cutwaters, like the whole range of Cutwaters, and they were all like line priced. Also, after 4, the park's open until 9. After 4, all draft beers are $4.
What?
Yeah.
We're going to
I know.
SeaWorld. Let's go to SeaWorld.
Right.
So how many Swamis did you have?
We
for $4?
did not stick around that late to really get my money's worth. But
sorry,
my
kids,
brother,
you gotta go see Shamu cry again. So
my
I can
brother
drink
and my
more
wife.
Swamis.
My brother and my wife were feeling cocktails, and one got a Mai Tai and one got a mojito. Okay, and they were line priced. I think they were pretty affordable. They were like $6, and you get a can, a 12-ounce can. So it wasn't arena pricing. Maybe $7. I'll have to look. It certainly wasn't like 10, 12, something like that.
Right.
My brother has his. He's drinking it. My wife takes a sip and is like, "Whoo, this thing's got some kick to it." The mojito was like 5.5%. The Mai Tai was 12%.
Let's go.
Same price though.
Same price.
Wow.
Whoa.
So talk about like
That's dangerous.
right. I was like, whoa.
It's like drinking, it's like drinking a couple glasses of wine, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, 12%, 12-ounce can. It's
Like 2 glasses of wine.
yeah,
2.5.
2.5 glasses of wine, and probably a slightly strong, not as a big, huge wine, but on the higher side wine,
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's quite a bit.
Damn.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
And so you were saying that was another thing that you would like to drink when it's like 98 degrees out is a
Mai Tai,
12-ounce glass,
Tai cut
a
water.
warm 12-ounce can of Cutwater Mai Tai.
I love it now that it was warm, heated, ambient temperature.
Wait, you're
They
not
put it-
microwaving your Mai Tais?
No, they keep it in. They just reach. They're all floating in the aquarium
In
with
the same
tropical
pool.
fish.
Shamu, bring me.
No, those are orcas. Those are ice cold.
Oh,
They
yeah.
keep now. This was in the tropical.
Can you pay
freshwater.
extra have a dolphin bring you your Mai Tai? Like,
Probably.
Just like backs
That'd be
up.
amazing.
It's stuffed in its.
Hits
It's
it
stuffed
with
in
its
its.
fin. Yeah.
No, it's
You
stuffed
gotta catch it.
in its blowhole.
Now, how much to like shoot the Mai Tai out of the blowhole so you catch it in your mouth?
In my mouth, and then it just lose a tooth or something.
No,
Wait, could
it's
it
not the
actually
can of it.
opens
It's
it?
open.
Instead of shooting the
Oh.
can out, could it actually
Like
just
a
shoot the Mai
Perone.
Tai
Yeah,
out? out
yeah.
of the
A
bottle?
dolphin Perone of canned Mai Tai.
I mean, I pay a pretty penny for that.
Yeah, I pay $6-7 maybe.
Yeah, I'd pay. I mean, there's 6 already.
After a
I'd pay an
certain
extra
time, I
buck.
expect it to be
Yeah.
4.
For an extra $1, the dolphin will shoot it out.
I'll just have the regular. Thanks anyway.
This guy trying to rip me off.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, Hobbs, is this what you thought the show was?
He remembers.
Oh, I remember. No, it's always a meandering little tale of where's Chris been lately. And this was a good one.
Yeah, there you go. 12%, 5%. You know,
What's the
wine
difference?
pricing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the difference?
seems like
I think when you
an
buy
oversight.
pallets and pallets and pallets of them, like SeaWorld probably does, you can probably get away with line pricing those things.
I mean, somebody wasn't doing their job. I think, is
There's
really
no way
what it
those
was.
cases are the same price. That should not have been.
Can't be.
Yeah, or maybe they just the person ringing it up screwed up.
There you
I
go.
don't know.
Maybe they
Anyway.
scanned the same one.
Anyway, my wife got hammered drunk.
Should we take a quick break?
Why don't we
Get
take a
some
break
beers
and freshen up, and then we'll come up with some new topics.
I mean, they're on the sheet. I don't have to come up with them.
Yeah. All right. Well, then you can do it.
Lean into it.
All right.
They're not
We'll be
good.
back with more of the Beer Temple podcast.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Beer Temple podcast. I'm your co-host for the day, Mike Schlauff from His Was Brewing. I'm here with your other co-host, Chris Quinn of the Beer Temple. We're joined by Tom
Classic
Beck.
sound of refreshment.
That's the sound of refreshment is taking
No,
you out
I'm
of the
joking.
front of the
I was
back end.
joking.
We're joined by Tom Beckmann of Goldfinger and Eric Hobbs of Blind Corner, and we're about to get a classic sound of refreshment from a Leaf Man from friend of the show, Fatheads.
Yeah, we can officially say they're friends of the show.
Friends of the show. Also, for a few minutes, they're maybe enemies, but we got through it.
Frenemies.
Yeah, we made it through. And Chris, there was something you sent me while I was driving today. And if the Chicago PD is asking, I didn't take my phone out of the phone holder to look at it because I couldn't read it because it was entirely in German.
Yes.
And you sent me a website
Yes.
for a packet of powdered beer.
It's called
At least that's what we think it
Beer
is.
Drobe.
Beer Drobe, as everyone knows.
Fresh and comfortable. That's what it says.
You read German?
Beerdrobe.de. Beer Drobe. Yeah. I mean, that is literally here. I'll show it to you. I'll show it to Tom. What? And this is not like, this is their actual branding.
Fresh and comfortable.
It says fresh and comfortable. Fresh and comfortable.
And so from what we can
but it also says fresh and convenient. That must be a lost in translation.
Yeah,
Fresh- and
got it.
convenient
Fresh
makes more
and
sense.
yeah,
That
it
would
does.
make way more sense.
I've been saying for years, I need beer in powder form in my pocket.
Do you speak
You have
German?
been saying that every time we
9.
talk about it.
Which one of these is accept cookies? I'm just going to do that one. Okay. So this is beer in a packet. And it appears to be, it's dry. It's like a dry, it almost looks like brown sugar. Yeah. And you fill it with water, and it turns into delicious alcoholic beer. A powder to alcoholic, apparently carbonated, although it could just be like the turbidity that they show, like when you have like Metamucil or something, and you like stir it up, and it has that like kind of head to it for a little while. I guess it could be that. Not that I know anything about
I was thinking
Metamucil.
it's like a Alka-Seltzer style, like fizz.
It could be, but that stuff also. But there's no head retention on Alka-Seltzer. It fizzes up and then goes away immediately.
Well, there's no protein.
There's
in
no
Alka-Seltzer
protein in
either.
there, exactly.
Okay,
No
well,
hot
why not?
oils.
Let's get into that.
One topic at a time.
One
dude.
thing we haven't
my
had
bad.
too is the lacing on Alka-Seltzer is ass, dude. It stinks.
The cherry one.
So-
The cherry one is decent.
Do you think that British Alka-Seltzer has better lacing than we do here?
Definitely.
We should get cask Alka-Seltzer, and then the lacing problem would be solved.
Yeah, I think so. So I wish this was in English. I will say that. But it's like the pictures, a beer on tour, and it has pictures of people like pulling out a beer packet from their pocket, and then just like these pictures that they're showing are beers.
It's like
They're
a
fully
Fun Dip
foamy.
packet.
They're pouring it from they're pouring it into the glass ahead of time. Then they're pouring the water on top of it, and then you have beer. And the beers they have, if those are real,
Hazy IPA, double IPA, triple dry hop. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
No.
No. It's all in German. I don't think that.
the idea, it's all in German. So we truly have no idea. But they have pictures of like scientists, pictures of people like holding up. Look, there's like literally pictures of people being like, beer,
Yeah,
like thinking and studying it. There's a picture of a scientist with the 90s middle school like portrait pose where you've got your finger kind of like this. He's doing one of
He's got it's on his chin.
On his chin
Yeah,
with
he's
his
like
finger
stroking
up
his
his
beard, but he doesn't
yeah.
have a beard.
Yeah, there's a guy doing that.
He's the one telling you that the fine
I gotta
print,
be
you have
honest.
to actually wait 2 weeks in the glass before you can actually drink
I was
it.
gonna say,
Exactly.
do we know that there's alcohol in this?
I'm
that's-
pretty sure
do you
there
know
is.
what's-
It would
Does
say
it give you a
alcohol
measurement?
frei if it didn't have it.
I mean, there's got to be some numbers on there, right?
That's true. It's a very good question.
What's the
It
word
says
for alcohol in
3 to
German?
4 minutes.
How
It
do you-
takes 3 to 4 minutes.
How are you reading
Properly
this?
lagered, right, Tom?
Yep.
At 3-4 Minuten. That means
Okay,
3
that
to 4
one-
minutes.
That's got to be it.
That one's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. How much? I mean, it was sent to me by somebody who said powdered beer with alcohol.
Can you send that to me?
Yeah, I will. So that means to me,
Do you remember like
With
10
alcohol.
years ago, like they powdered alcohol for the first time? People were like freaking out that you're like, what if people are just like doing this at stoplights? And it's like, what are you talking
Like
about?
snorting it?
Yeah,
There
like,
is still, so in Naperville, you have to take Naperville Bassett. There is still a reference to that
the powdered alcohol.
powdered alcohol as being illegal in Naperville. They still
What?
reference it. You're not allowed to, not
It's
allowed to
amazing.
have it.
So that you can't have this in Naperville. We've shown
we
you the
don't-
forbidden fruit.
Probably, yeah. Chris, if you haven't
Wow.
ordered this yet, what are you waiting for?
that's true.
Seriously, we got to get this.
I mean,
So, Chris, would you drink this?
I guess it all depends on a few things.
It looks great.
Really, it depends on 2 things.
These mark.
Is it fresh?
Ooh,
Is it
okay.
comfortable?
Oh, we got Google Translate. I finally got it off my phone and on the. What
27 euros
Okay.
euros.
for one.
No, you got a
pack.
you got a
They got a
box
bunch
of
of
them with a
packets.
bunch of packets.
They're
So
asking
it's like a box of liquid
They
IVs.
translate the
Yeah,
thing to get
yes,
into the website.
yes.
Asked me if I was 16, which is awesome. I said no.
No,
Fresh
Says
and
the-
comfortable right at the
It says
top.
the beer novelty is what this translation can't be good. Beer Trobe tastes refreshing with a balanced flavor, and Beer Trobe is incredibly convenient because it can be consumed effortlessly anywhere. Like when you're at a stoplight in
Naperville.
Wow, that seems really specific. What do you
For a
need?
German
Just a
website.
serving of Beer Drobe, fresh ice cold water, and 3 minutes of patience. Please note, Beer Drobe has a shelf life of 6 weeks after production.
What? You can make it and just
Whoa.
chill, just put it in your fridge?
Does that mean the powder only
That's
has a
got to
shelf
be the
life of
powder.
six?
I
Gotta
thought
be
the
powder.
powder you can only
That's
have for
not-
6 weeks.
That's not great.
Yeah, Yeah, that is. So it's a very volatile thing.
This
It
is
much
describing
more. So
beer.
wait, think about this.
Still
much,
no reference to alcohol. By
So
the way.
it's like it's like multitudes more volatile and shelf unstable than
Beer
regular
itself.
beer.
Yeah.
Wait, is that true,
That's
or does
what it says? I don't know. I'm guessing it's not saying mix it up and wait for
up
6
to
weeks.
6 weeks? Up. To
I was
6
literally
weeks.
joking about that, but apparently, yeah.
Right?
This is how the idea
I
was
see nothing
born.
that says alcohol.
That's true. They have not said there's alcohol in it anywhere. There's a picture of stairs for some reason.
Mix
mean-
with water to get a Pilsner style beer on the go.
It asked me if
I'm
I was
standing
16,
by
which
it.
I think it means it is a beer brand. Like
Why wouldn't that be the first thing you say though? As part of ingredient
Alcohol, alcohol
Mike's-
by
okay.
volume,
Mike
4.9.
Siegel.
There you go. Got it.
There you go. This is why a
We gotta-
powdered
we
beer
gotta
that
get some of
contains
this.
alcohol. That's how it was sent to me.
there's a 19% tariff on this stuff right now.
4.9. Okay.
So I was ordering it right now.
I'm ordering it right now.
Yeah, order it. So order some. I don't know if you need to order it literally right now.
No,
but
I'm ordering it right now.
Okay.
They don't ship to the U.S. Anyone
They
in
already have an
Belgium,
official
Germany,
Untapped.
France, Luxembourg, or Netherlands, and
Hold on.
Austria, if you listen to this.
more importantly,
Send this to us.
Yeah,
how many
please.
bottle caps does it get?
Ooh, that's a good
Ooh.
one.
This is
Let's get real.
rough.
How many top of the packet ripoffs does it
If it's
get?
4.89,
It has
I'm flying over there.
One bottle
One
cap.
Bottle cap.
Brutal.
Oh.
That must be the best Pilsner style beer ever I've had.
Exactly.
But it's so comfortable.
It's so comfortable and convenient. What? How many
Wow,
reviews does it
people
have?
are just tearing it to shreds.
Read
now,
them.
now we need.
Read them.
If you can get your hands on this and you're in Belgium, Germany, France, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, or Austria, please, we will pay whatever it takes to get some of this here. I need to try it now.
It's got to be so easy to smuggle it in. I mean, it's a powder.
I wish my friends don't live in Luxembourg.
Just don't label it anthrax, and it'll show up just fine.
Just right. Totally not anthrax on the DHL packet.
Totally stable for longer than 6 weeks.
Okay, so the Google Translate of this, the latest review is disgusting. Bodily injury. Why only? Who approved this? That's the review.
Oh man.
Okay, now do the one.
0.25
Now stop
bottle
doing the
caps.
ones for Iswas and do the one for this powdered beer.
Yeah, exactly. That was for bourgeois, man.
Brutal. Fair,
Most of
though.
That
them
was
are
from what's your guy?
0.25.
What's our guy?
Yeah, your guy.
Drew?
Yeah, Drew, your best friend.
Oh, yeah, Drew, my bartender.
No, the guy, the Untapped guy, who you didn't like his review of your.
I don't remember his name anymore.
Oh, okay.
We let these things go.
Yeah,
Innovative.
Derek. Exactly.
Innovative,
I've totally
yes.
forgotten about Derek.
Yeah, I don't think about Derek every day.
You're like training like Robert De Niro in Cape Fear.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe I've used my belt to attach myself to the undercarriage of Derek's car a time or two, but that's my business.
Yeah. Laughing maniacally at his kid's dance recital.
That's right. Well, they shouldn't have been so funny.
You're reading Untapped reviews out loud. And
Yeah,
just
during
laughing.
the kids' dance
Yeah.
recital. Yeah.
All right, here's
Dang.
a review from Dick L at a wedding, and he says, serving style, powder. Add
Lucre,
Untapped needs to have
slushy,
one.
powder.
Untapped needs to have a powder.
I'm actually going to pick up Untapped's phone calls now and be like, "Hey, Chloe, I know you want me to try to verify my business for $1,800. Instead, I'll
And
do
I
it when you
will.
add powder as a method of serving."
It says, add water and voila, the ChemLab astronaut food of beer. Flat, wordy, artificial with a bitter bite. May be suitable for working up a buzz in space. Otherwise, a no. Vast room for improvement taste-wise. But I've had worse, to be honest.
There you go. I
Hey.
believe it. All right, that seems like
That's
a
not that
legit.
bad.
I've had worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just can't think of the use case for a powdered beer that has less shelf life than beer.
I can think
mean,
of one.
space. Where you should,
All right, I
you
can think
can't-
of two.
Where like the liquids are like what camping?
Camping.
Yeah.
camping. It's the only thing I can think of. They also looked
Just
like
bring whiskey.
where people. It looked like they had ones where people were like out like skiing, but backwoods, like they're way in there skiing.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to a lodge.
I
So
mean-
you go there, you go into the woods, and then you pull out and you get your pristine cold water.
I wonder
take some snow.
I wonder if your melted snow that might hit pretty hard.
I love how
It hits different, man, with glacier water.
I love how the Germans went from like plastic crates full of half-liter bottles during camping to powdered beer. They just like skipped right over.
I think
cans.
this one company's doing it where they're like there's one company. I don't know. This seems to not being that has to be the lowest Untapped score I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Like
cumulative.
yeah, like
Hold
one
my
star
beer.
for the quote unquote brewery. I've never seen that before. That's
It's
rough.
categorized as a nano brewery too.
I bet
All right, so it's obviously
they make almost
particles
no
are
beer.
nano.
But let's.
The scores are nano, baby.
I will say,
Did you say that? What you said?
fascinating. It's
I said the
fascinating that this
particles are
this powdered beer has alcohol. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting. So
Powdered ethanol.
Well, somebody
Powdered
thought there was a
ethanol.
niche for this. Someone decided this should be done.
Right.
How do they get there? What is the moment that you're like, this is why
I think this is a
powdered beer exists?
classic example of
Too busy.
come up with
they
the
could.
product and then come up with the problem that it's solving.
Yeah,
Like we can make it, so let's make it, and then start coming up with problems that require this people that have powdered alcohol.
Is it for hiking? Is it for people that are going camping? Is that the only? Because that's the only thing I'm thinking about.
for space. Like if it had shelf life, it was like it lasts for 10 years. Then like okay, I get why you might like
In your
bomb
bunker.
shelters or whatever.
Yeah, I need a cold brewski
Right.
to get
But-
through
and then you powder.
But it
the
lasts
winter,
6 weeks.
the nuclear winter. What?
It lasts 6 weeks. It won't even make it here. Like
I know.
you know what? I bet it would. If you have an old packet of
Somebody get them some
powdered beer, give me some powdered beer, please.
Just get us some powdered beer.
That's all we're asking for.
Yeah.
And we'll get our own downstream hop products. We'll get our abstracts. We'll zhuzh it up. You know, that's like it's like getting top ramen, right? If you just eat the noodles and the broth, that's fine. But if you're not putting a little egg in there, you're not putting some green onions in there, then you're really only hurting yourself. So we got to get these, and we got to get the most expensive hop products we can find, and
Yeah.
and zhuzh these babies up.
I agree. Could not
And then
agree.
and then we
more.
need you to do a
Cryo.
blind tasting.
I want to.
We'll give you one real beer and one powdered beer, and then you need to tell the difference.
Yeah, I want Phantasm in it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm gonna just dump Phantasm in it,
Yep.
and then
Just mostly Phantasm.
yeah, also
Just a-
powdered, right?
Just a cup of sand.
Yeah, and then we'll put some ice cold water in there, Lake Michigan water.
Chris, you should probably get like
Now
a
you're
hot
making
back
wine.
started with that Phantasm and take the water
Yes,
and then get the Phantasm kind of circulated through, and then
Ooh.
use the water to make the beer.
What if we get a
and
Randall?
then Randall it.
We'll Randall-
No.
Look at
But what if we
that.
get a Randall and we put
All the lights at the same
the
time.
powdered beer in the Randall and run beer through it, and now we have
Wow.
that
Double beer.
double beer, double.
We should probably use Goldfinger Original.
Double
No,
beer.
no,
Cleanest lager
that's-
we can find.
No, that's rude. We can't do that to that beer. Let's do
actually, I
Iswas
lost
West.
Beckmann.
Let's
Beckmann's
do
leaving.
Let's do an
Polarizing
Iswas
OG
beer
right now.
We're totally doing it with one of his beers.
You're texting to cut me off from my OG supply.
Oh,
don't,
please.
don't sell any more OG.
Who wouldn't jump at the opportunity to have their beer Randall through beer?
Sign me up, baby.
All right, so there's two calls out. One is for powdered beer. The other is for a Randall.
Yeah.
And if you don't think we'll do it, if we get both of those, you are sorely
You're so-
mistaken.
So
I think Chris
mistaken.
Jacobson
Well,
probably
I
still
mean,
has a Randall. You remember Chris Jacobson?
Yeah.
He used to
Yeah.
like rep Stone and
We
do a bunch-
borrowed
yeah.
one
I mean-
from somebody at some
Yeah,
point.
this
Chris,
can happen.
we've had the
Let's
guy
make
who
this
invented
happen.
the Randall on the podcast.
That's
You did
true.
have
You
Sam.
gotta send
That's
an
true.
email to Sam and tell
true.
him why we need a Randall.
I emailed him today.
Email
I'm waiting for a reply,
You gotta
but I did email him today.
You got to email and be like, hey, so we found this powdered beer and we want a Randall beer.
First
through
thing we thought
powdered
of was
beer."
you and your brewery.
Oh, wow. This is. That's got to be
All right.
a new peak of what you can do with beer.
Yeah, man.
I'm going to stop buying malt.
Really happy to be part of this one. Alongside my absolute beer purist friend, Tom.
Well, you know,
what are we talking about now?
If you take yourself seriously, you can't take anything seriously. What about an article Dave Infante wrote about how
Friend of the show.
Yeah, and he spent a lot of time covering Anchor from a lot of angles of when they were unionizing through when they totally bungled the operations of
Bangled.
Anchor after it was sold
Bedazzled.
and had to close. I don't think we went there, Chris. It was definitely not bedazzled when we were there. And so now he wrote an article about what ended up happening. It closed. It was going to be auctioned off for parts. The billionaire who owns Chobani bought it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The sale went through, and then absolutely nothing has happened to it since. So this article is he's like, yeah, I've been trying to figure out what's going on. We don't know what's happening. He's like, and so essentially it was, what is the point of buying this if you're not going to do anything with it or to it? There's nothing happening at the facility. And then I was just wondering, is it weirder that it just is sitting in stasis and not doing anything and having its IP ripped off by small breweries in Chicagoland area? Or would it be better if it actually had gone away and was a thing that we that was a time in beer, but it's gone now. But it's weirder. Is it weirder that it's now in this weird limbo? And what do we want for these legacy brands? I guess is the angle I was thinking of. Is it better to fade away or die, or is it better to someone owns the brand and maybe it's coming back?
Was this just another billionaire collecting an asset and just waiting because he's got no need to do anything with it? And he's like, this is an iconic thing.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe if I just hold it, somebody will come to me and try to buy it and resurrect it, and there'll be some sort of value beyond what I paid for it. I don't know.
Brands depreciate like cars, I think, pretty rapidly. I think
if you step away for too long, people forget about you, especially in this day and age.
A beer,
sure, yeah,
totally.
But it also includes he bought the real estate, he bought the equipment, so
Sure.
Part of this article was being a lot of people were contacting Dave because he covered this and knows a lot about it, being we want your consulting ideas about should we buy it and just run it at a loss so that they can keep this iconic brand going? Should we buy it and knock it down and build condos? What do you think the actual value of this company is? And they bought it, but they didn't do any of that stuff. They just it's not the real estate value of that has to be in the tens of millions of dollars. Just the knockdown value of those buildings. So
what did he pay for it?
Tens well into the tens.
Right.
What did he pay for it?
We don't know.
Nobody knows that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we can find out, but it wasn't in the article. I didn't see it in the article, and or I don't remember it being in the article.
I mean, it's 2 city blocks.
In San Francisco.
In a good part of San Francisco.
Right. And so what was the point of this?
Answering your own question there.
But why wouldn't he have developed it or something at this point? Is he just waiting
be
for
no rush for that?
PBR stop production?
No, they're in Wisconsin now.
Now, but wasn't there a hiatus
for PBR?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
There was, but I never thought it was at Anchor, was it?
No,
but
what I'm getting at
wise.
is is the play, because there have been resurrected brands that
did it stop
popularity.
and come back? Yeah, there's some of them that I don't know if
Maybe
it
that's
ever
his
totally
play.
went away.
Maybe
it did.
Too soon after Anchor announced their closing that he's just biding his time, and the impact will be bigger if he can resurrect it.
I mean,
as a niche kind of hipster brand.
Retro.
Right, it's totally possible he's just waiting for the beer market to actually crater. It's clearly on its way down. Yeah. But he's maybe when we're at that bottom point and you start seeing signs of it going back up,
then
we resurrected the Anchor brand.
Yeah.
I
mean, I could totally see Anchor Steam being resurrected as a retro pale lager, and then people being technically a steam beer, and people that like you are. This isn't for you, man.
Right.
It's just this is supposed to look like a cool retro thing.
I mean, it also could
like
be.
the
Those
greatest
bottles
shit, you know.
proprietary too.
I have no idea.
I want to get. That's the other IP I want. I want those bottles.
Do you think that was part of the
steal?
sale? They have the IP for those bottles.
The glass. The molds for the glass.
Yeah. So like, but beyond just Anchor, like, I don't think that's happened to any other like legacy brewery, but like places that have closed where you've like felt like, oh, that's sad. Would you have rather had someone buy it and just like have the idea of it like limping along or it coming back or it, like,
make it local,
or,
especially with where we're sitting. I mean, I see Metro out from time to time now.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I've seen crankshaft places. How does that make you guys feel?
No. Sometimes you know a little too much, and knowing that the people who bought it were bidding against Doug for the intellectual property.
Oh no shit! I did not know that.
Yeah, makes me feel bad about it. But
yeah, I mean it does and it doesn't. Frankly, I don't know Short Fuse at all. I do know and like Doug, and I would say all this to him too. Like, hey, like he was holding on to it just to see like what could come of it. I'm guessing he's not in a position to really. It was his family. They were trying to collect money and gather money to bid on. Is what I'd heard. I don't know this exactly.
Right.
But you know, I will say Short Fuse was trying to have it live on in a very real way, and it is right now. So I don't think it's like in any way sinister. Not that you were saying
no, I
it
wasn't
was
saying it's sinister,
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
And I doubt that I having you been on a lot of online auctions when I was starting this place. You don't know who you're bidding against. So I'm not saying like they knew they were bidding against Doug and then were like, let's screw him. I think it was just like it happened to happen that way.
How do you feel about it? I mean, do you feel any way?
I mean, knowing Tracy and Doug from the beginning, it felt odd to see somebody else carrying on the legacy of their brand, because that's all I associated with was what I knew of Metro and then what I had grown to love just from like a personal standpoint. But at the same time, like I completely understand with what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just don't know how that goes, because I also don't know the details of, all right, well, that used to be a brand that Chicago Beverage had. Did they keep the rights?
Right.
Is that the distributor that they have? Because if that's the case, then that was a giant waste of money.
What a sound.
Right? Because like they're not gonna take something and bring it up out of obscurity.
Right.
CBS
part of the
is
reason it was in the position it was is
right?
because the distributor did not work with them very well.
So that makes me wonder, like, is that still a Chicago Beverage brand, or is that a different distributor or self-distributed? Those would be the questions I would have. I'd be just curious to know.
Yeah, I mean,
not to send that into a direction like that.
Yeah,
but,
I mean,
no,
I guess it kind of depends on who's doing it and what their intent is. If it's like, I mean, I would be contradictory to say that I wouldn't like to see somebody with actual family ties or blood connection to
Alex
a
B.
brewery
Keaton,
trying to resurrect it, because that's literally what we're doing. Same with like Sipes beer, which I think is absolutely awesome. Like they were historic here in this area, and I don't know how long the hiatus was, but they wanted to resurrect that. So if it comes, I guess, from a genuine place and it's not necessarily a commercial or initially commercially driven, then I do like to see brands persist or be resurrected or exist. But if it's changing hands and
very different situation
Very,
what you were just talking about, where
Right.
it's an ancestor.
Right. Very different. I guess on that front, more to your question, no, I
think
I
let
kind
it go,
of
man.
let it exactly. Just
Like
that
I
way
said
we
with-
can remember it the way we remember it, instead of like having that tainted, that memory tainted by something that never lives up to what you remember it to be.
Right. Maybe this is like naive, or part of this is inevitable, but to see something like that is a craft beer icon, kind of like break containment into this, like, well, that's an asset world, feels bad, right? Like maybe it's silly and things that get to that level that are of that scale and of that age.
You're talking about Anchor?
Yeah, Anchor will do that. And
it's going to, I've said before, and I'll say it again, it's happening. Like, it's going to happen. We're going to start seeing trading of brands and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think like this, where like I don't think a billionaire would buy it and just hold it for no reason. You'll see like trading of brands between like breweries or like consolidation of brands under like one on like smaller umbrella, but like I don't think you're going to see a lot of like, well, like the business is gone belly up and I'm going to buy it and just like sit on all its assets.
I mean, he might be just working under such a different. He's
got that yogurt money.
He's got that yogurt money, but I mean, who knows? I mean, one thing is, I bet you, and I don't think you meant it this way, but I'm just calling it out. Like, I guarantee you, someone like that. Well, I can't guarantee, but he didn't do it for no reason. That guy's got a reason, I'm sure.
Well, you even just said the value of that real estate of 2 square blocks in a good part of San Francisco.
Yeah.
There you go. There's one reason.
Sure. And the building, the Anchor building is an amazing, iconic, like Art Deco San Francisco building. I mean, it's amazing. You could turn that into something really special.
Yeah.
And
like a brewery.
It could be as mundane as some sort of non-compete or some other type of legal clause in the deal that they did, and that's.
But what if maybe we'll do like something cool, like an escape room?
Yeah. I mean, it also could just be like he needed to write down some taxes. Like there's so many machinations of like he needed to write down some profits from one company, or like he there was some sort of investor call on something. I don't know. This guy was also notorious. Like not notorious, but known. He like gave a bunch of Chobani away to the employees. Then when you look into it, you're like, well, that diluted people that were trying to operate a hostile takeover of his company. So while he,
no, it was totally out of.
It was all out.
Wait, hold on.
A
billionaire did some shady shit.
Yeah. I don't even know if that's shady.
I mean, it's not shady. It's pretty. It's the
me.
best type of shady.
No, I know.
But it's like,
I get it.
If the outcome is that all these people made
$1
million of dollars when they IPO'd,
No,
because he was trying to screw over some other people that were trying to screw him over. It's like it's the best way to screw people over is by like helping other people. But like there's something, as Chris said, this guy definitely had some sort of plan or idea, and who knows? I don't know. But
I actually, now that you asked that question, when I saw that he bought Anchor, I was actually encouraged. So
me too.
I guess that one I did want to still exist, and I want it to come back.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know why.
Trying to get that cease and desist, aren't you?
Waiting for
Frame
it. I'll let you guys know. They're really opening again because we did this plagiarism long before Chobani picked it up. So
so they were still operating when we did it.
No, they had just
we
closed.
really have no case.
They had just closed, and I was like, sweet, they're not even going to come after me. Let's do this. And then like I think it was like maybe a week before we released it last year, Chobani, the news of Chobani came out.
Is that when you started posting about how much you love Greek yogurt? And you're just like, wow, I buy so much Greek yogurt. I'm a big fan of anyone.
There's actually some yogurt in this.
Anyone
beer.
knows
That's
me.
The acidity,
Nice.
The acid.
Knows two things about me. 1, love Greek yogurt. 2, doesn't
love
matter.
Summer beers. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like with the tornado out there. Like I said at the time, I was like, let it go.
Yeah.
Just let the tornado go away,
Mhm.
and let something else slowly become iconic.
Because there, even like if things are still open like that, to experience them in such a diluted or perverted or different form is just not the same as like going there when it was a vibrant thing, right? And so to have the stories of it might be a better way to carry on the tradition and the core of what it was when it was good and when it was interesting than it is to go to like the carcass of something like the Tornado if it were to be owned by like a tech bro.
I mean, that's,
Do we know if the tech bro actually went to Tornado?
I don't think that ended up
Do we know if
happening.
Chobani billionaire also drank Anchor? Like, I think that matters.
Yeah. But yeah, like let them die and let's have the stories and let's talk about them rather than like go into the propped up corpse of these things.
It's not to say that it's not possible for it to resurrect and be as good, or it is possible better than before. It is possible, but it's
always possible.
But it's it seems unlikely.
What do you want to happen to the legacy of Beer Temple?
Yeah, I don't really
Tech Bro.
Yeah. I mean,
converting it to AI,
Temple coin,
AI operated,
Temple coin,
Temple coin,
an NFT,
right.
Maybe.
Oh yeah,
cutting edge technology that people are still talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're doing a lot of that. We're on the blockchain.
I definitely know what an NFT is.
Yeah, I do too. I just said blockchain. Those words came out of my mouth.
I think the value of Beer Temple went up 30% when you said blockchain.
Yeah, that's why I say it a lot.
Can I ask a legit question? Didn't Goose Island have like some sort of NFT associated with Bourbon County?
Yeah,
they did.
Course,
early on,
sure. You could buy
early on.
Yeah.
Early on.
So I mean, this is absolutely relatable.
That was at the original release at Binny's, right? That you were part of.
No. This is
NFT.
years later, dude.
Oh, okay.
It was your idea.
It's not my idea.
I saw you in the corner selling. I'm selling NFTs for
That's me
$20
in the corner.
cash.
I'm selling ape NFTs.
Yep.
Isn't that how the song goes?
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, that combined a lot of things in that one.
I don't know how we got to NFTs.
Sorry,
but
we got into blockchain first.
What I think the real question was like,
coin.
what do you want to happen to Beer Temple? And I don't think about it. I certainly do not think about somebody buying it. Not because I don't want it to happen, just because it is not, I don't think, in a realistic realm of possibility of anybody wanting it. But what do I honestly think about me just like either closing it up or just dying, and then it's not my problem anymore. Honestly, if I'm being 100, that's like how I think of it. It's like I don't think my family is going to continue. My kids don't want to
run a beer store,
and bar.
Yeah,
and
maybe it would be cool again.
True. I mean, they are underage, so I mean, it didn't stop me.
So they can't right now. So you need to live a little bit longer for them to make that choice.
Right. But I don't think they're going to. But who knows? Maybe they will.
Yeah.
We could relate this to the guy sitting at the table that just started a brewery in this year. When everybody's opening breweries, because it's the best idea.
Yeah.
People ask me all the time, like, are you fucking stupid? Like, legitimately. Like, what are you thinking?
But they say that whether you're opening up a brewery or not.
That's true, too.
On the ride over here, some guy shouted at the window at you.
That's a different type of stupid.
Oh, got it.
But like honestly, the real conversation about legacy and why we do any of this to begin with is very much like a lifestyle-driven choice, right? Why do any of us really do this? I mean, there's ancestry like what you have, Tom, and there's this desire and ambition to carry that forward and create something new in the expression of it. And then there's, those of us that have just kind of been journeymen and been doing this for a long time. And I almost felt like I kind of defaulted into this moment of, if it wasn't feeling like I wanted it to feel solemn oath with hidden hand or whatever, the only choice was to just go do it myself again. Mm-hmm. And then it became very much a lifestyle decision. It's like, I really love beer. I always have loved beer. I like the experience of beer. I like the business of beer. I like interacting with individuals like yourselves. I like going to great bars and restaurants and having that social engagement. And then I also just think I don't have wild ambitions in my life of wealth. What I like is the choices I get to make that kind of live in this whole space. And the people I work with and what I chose to do for Blind Corner is not even about the legacy of it, but it is very much about the preservation of my ambition to do this as a living and make a living doing this. And dude, if this industry dies, I will die doing it. That's how I feel. Right. And I will try my best to fucking do everything I can to keep people talking about it, buying it, showing up at the Beer Temple, praising Saison, praising the best lager, because I'm an advocate for it.
I think if you left the industry, that would be the early indicator of the industry dying.
Yeah.
You are, ever since I've met you, totally made for for this industry. So
Yeah, why?
I mean, that would be my response
also-
to somebody asking, "Why the fuck are you doing this?" Like, 'cause that's what I live.
This
and
is what I
breathe.
do.
I think there's like
So
this.
I am.
There's this American fiction that like the entrepreneur has to be someone like fucking Elon Musk, who's like a total dickhead who just like goes by the numbers and is trying to maximize shareholder value, and like that is like just the far like people like whenever someone might say I'm a entrepreneur, I'm like a guy like basically I think of myself as a guy who makes cabinets, and I wanted to make a very specific type of cabinet, and no one else was going to let me do it. So like I was like
Make my own
I'm
cabinets.
going to go make these cabinets, and I'm going to figure out how to get people to believe that these cabinets are worthwhile.
1000%.
Like I don't think about it. I'm not like an entrepreneur in the same way that people that go on like how I built this are. And
Well, then let me ask-
I don't want to be. I want to be able to get my arms around my business. I don't.
Let
want
me
it to
ask
ever
you
be
guys
like,
this,
control.
because you and Chris have a lot of dialogue, and Doug's on the show all the time. Doug is transitioning into his new position, one thing he said recently, and it was one of the emails or one of his social posts, he said very straightforward, when you open something, you should know what your end game is. How many at this table can answer that question honestly and say, here's what my end game plan is right now?
My end game.
Like,
I think I have an end game. I think I have an. I think I do, but I think it's very
die
different than
and
maybe.
leave it. It's not your
You
problem
just said
anymore.
die or
You literally
forget about
just-
it, right?
No, my end game is your end game. It sounds like
Yeah.
have a living.
That's not an end game.
To do something.
That's sustainability. That's I have a life. I'm
you
gonna
mean like
live-
an exit strategy?
That's what I think Doug meant. Was he wanted?
No, that's what I agree with you there.
Yes.
But like my end game is
This is my life
just
now.
keep this happening.
Yes.
And let it-
Right.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
that's the end.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
And like.
there is no end. It just goes.
Yeah.
And then just be good to the people that interact with you at every level, right? Like when you own a business like this, you have a lot of ability to affect people's lives, and they have a lot of ability to affect your life too. So like, do the best you can to like be good to the people
Right.
you hire and treat them like human beings. And like, and when you have small businesses, like we're all four of us are going to have small businesses in the eyes of like the economy world. You do not need to behave the way that like a Fortune 500 company does. And where you get lost is thinking like, okay, there's one way to own a business, and that's just not true. And like,
Well, then you
that
lose
you-
your soul.
Right.
And
And
I
like,
feel like most of us are building our businesses around our soul and what
Right.
defines us. And that's why
Yes.
we attract people to experience what we are sharing. It's where we're literally letting somebody get a glimpse of part of who you are.
Yeah.
right.
And there are different people out, like, obviously out there. Like Doug is, he's much more, I think. Well, not more. He's just. I was going to say
He's a big
more
thinker.
calculating than
He's
we
a
are,
much
but
bigger
he's
thinker.
I think we're all calculating, but I think he's just. And I don't want to say
Oh.
different because that makes it
He's
worse,
systematic.
but
I am not.
All
he's very.
and by the way,
systematic.
I'm not
He's
saying
so
what Doug
systematic.
said was
and he's very
incorrect.
knowledgeable in that system.
It was
So
just
it's
hard
Yeah.
to relate to because all of a sudden it made me think introspectively, do I have this end game? So can I define this? Because I really respect Doug, and I'm a big fan
Yeah.
of the way he brings a lot of good thought to light, and then I'm always kind of chewing on it, and I'm like, this is great. But that one stumped me because I'm like, I don't think that's real. I don't have that answer, and I don't think I
yeah.
have to answer that question.
And
Yeah.
and maybe he's smarter than us in that way, but like, I don't want to live life like that.
No, man.
Where I'm like, this is the thing I believe in more than anything else in the world, and like the end game of it is like, well, I don't know, and also thinking that you know how this thing is going to end is hubristic. I feel like.
Well,
Like,
two
I
other
don't know,
things.
man. I don't know. I think that I want to hear what you have to say, Hobbs, in just a sec. But I think that maybe people have different passions for different types of things. Like maybe the getting in. And I'm not saying this is what Doug is doing, but someone like Elon Musk or whoever wants to go in, build this thing up, and turn it over to somebody who can run it at a different stage. Like, I want to get this thing started and turn it over, or help a company get started, and then it blows up, and then bang, I've just, then I can retire early and kind of just putz around or do another thing.
But I think all of
take
us,
that money and put it into something else.
all of us like making the cabinets in my metaphor. All of us like the doing of the like thing we started the business to do. Now, by owning the business, you don't always get to do that thing anymore.
Serial entrepreneurs love that stuff too.
Totally.
They're like addicted to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
totally
they love it.
Right. That's
they
a
know
very
how to-
different person than I think that then starts a business like any of us
Yeah,
have
they're
started.
smarter and richer.
Yeah,
They're not
exactly, yeah.
smarter.
No, come on.
They're
Joking.
definitely richer, though.
What
I
were you
think-
saying? There's two things.
Well, I was going to say there's two other things that I think about as it relates to not even just the end game, like Doug was talking about, but part of the creation and even the building of the cabinets. I think the people I've been drawn to and the people that I want to surround myself with are people that not only are as passionate about the lifestyle choice that we're making, but then we're all sharing each other's dreams with each other. Like, I know what's important to them. I know what their family goals are. Like, I know what they're really working towards and what's going to make it work for them, so that we're all kind of firing at this target that is similar. And it's not just I show up and I've got my cogs and I'm playing my chess game with all of their lives. And at any one point, I'm like, you know what? That piece doesn't fit anymore. I'm going to take it off the table and put this other one in place. Like, that is just not how I think.
Yeah.
And every time, maybe that makes me too personal. So that's like important point number one with this is I really appreciate that I can get a group of people together that share a common vision and work towards that every day, and then can be healthy. You can get a good lifestyle out of it. You're not going to be wildly rich. You're not buying yachts and lots of homes and shit, but you can make a good living. And then the other side of it is I don't take for granted, though, that we are in business.
Right.
And I really work hard to be a sound bookkeeper and accountant too. So I do take that seriously for those of the guys that like are stepping up, and good friends and family gave us some seed money to get rocking and gave us the flexibility too to be big owners of this company too. So I'm not beholden to it like I am with debt, but it's like I take it very seriously, and I want to be a successful business. I want to give them a return, but I want them to be patient and help us grow together. And they all feel that way and see it too. So those are the things that I think about that are also tethered to this, that are very important to me as an entrepreneur, because that's, I guess, what we are, right? But we're also cabinet makers, and it's the refinement of that skill and the development of that skill that I find to be the creative drive that I love the most. It's all, it's kind of all that together. You know what I mean?
What you're illustrating is that what so many, I think, craft brewers encounter, which is the intersection between the artistry of what you do and the necessity for commercializing it. And the most successful ones know how to maintain the authenticity of the artistry that drove the idea in the first place, but also are able to commercialize it. And you need that in order to be able to continue to present that art to your
We're in
fans.
the beer selling business.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
we can't forget that.
Right.
We're in the beer selling business.
Yeah.
If you're in the beer making business only, you're not going to be making beer for very long. If you want to make beer, you have to sell beer.
Right.
So you're not doing. That's one thing I learned early on, is you're not doing anybody favors by, being overly anti, sales. I don't know how to put it, but like if you're like, ugh, that's gross, making money and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, you
it's like
can't
we're
be
not
that.
like, obviously if that's how we were,
We'd be in our garage.
we'd be
doing
somewhere
5-gallon
You'd be
batches
homebrewers
still.
still. You'd be homebrewers. Yeah.
no, but we'd
And
also
once you
be
get on the horse, like, you have to realize the horse you're on, right? You can't
Totally.
you can't just be like, well, I don't want to be on this horse. It's like, well, the horse is going to buck you off. It's going to ruin your life. So like,
step on your
like
balls. You'll
Christopher
never have
Reeve,
kids.
Do
Do you guys think that
the
the like fundamental difference between the artistic element of it, or the passion drive, and the business side is the element of spontaneity? Because the way you're talking makes me think like what kind of perturbed you was the almost calculated thought process you had to have going into this, and that's not spontaneous. That is absolutely calculated. What you're doing is coming from the heart, and it's part of that. One of the most amazing elements of that is that level of spontaneity, and I think people respond to that, and that's where people can actually identify whatever you're doing is as more authentic.
Yeah.
So to me, that's sort of like the fundamentals. Like, can you run a business while maintaining genuine spontaneity in what you do and not be so predictive? Of course, we only make 4 lagers all year round, so we're super predictable. But and all we do is lager. But
yeah, but your cabinets are cut so precisely at the corners; they close perfectly every time. They are going to be bought and sold for as long as you want to make them, dude. Like that's how I see that.
Yeah.
So your specificity is also your level of genius. We respect that shit.
If I 100%, I agree. But if I'm being honest, there is a part of me that is like, I think for perhaps everyone here at the table, I don't think we really had a choice. That's just how like we are. But I am a little, I don't know if jealous is the right word, but it's like in that area of people who can go in with like an end game. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get out. I'm going to do this. This is how it goes, and I can grow it. And like, I just am not. I'm not like that.
No.
Like because I can't have
I was like that.
passion. I can't have passion about it. Like these, I don't watch Shark Tank, but I've seen it, and it's like I can't be like that for a product that like helps you put on like socks easier or something like that.
Right.
You know, or
But
not really. It's not because like, you know, my grandfather had trouble bending over. It's like, were you trying to help him, or did you see an opportunity of a lot of old people and that you could get into every single Walmart?
Sure.
And that, you know, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
there's people like that, and they're like, that's an opportunity. I am helping people, and I'm going to make a lot of money and get out. And then, you know what else? You know, these tables wobble all the time. I can fix that. You know, it's like those people are very useful to society as well. And
Sure.
that's not who I am. No, I can't do it. And I am a little like, man, why can't I be more like that? Dude?
Well, yeah,
I figured out.
I'm sure they're probably like that too at some moments in their lives too. Like, why can't I
care about these products more?
I mean, to
anything than this hollow money. Hold on,
Why
I
can't I
dab
run
my
the
face
most
with this
successful beer
$100 bill on my yacht?
They're probably wondering why they can't run the most successful beer podcast in the United States.
Totally.
So are we. But,
Successful. What metric is that? Whatever metric that is on, we are not number one.
yeah, but like,
Maybe number one in your heart.
to your point, like I realized very early in my life that idea that like I cannot create motivation. I need to. Motivation is inherent in me for certain things, and I realized early that I'm like I need to be around those things if I'm going to be good at any of this. Like, I
got out of it because I hated myself. And I hated myself. I was just so unhappy. I had to stop. You know, I think I was exaggerating, but I told my wife, I was like, no, I'm going to put a bullet in my head. I can't do this stuff. I wasn't like that. I was being dramatic.
I've
but
had
I was
moments
like
that
I can't do that. Yeah. I think what I said was I'm going to shoot myself in the face. That's what I said. Because, you know.
You've also told me times
You're going to go
you're
big, man.
You have told me about times
It's
during
true.
you running the beer temple, you're going to put pencils.
I think you
through your
shot somebody
eyes, so
else.
That's more you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, what?
You told me all the time that you want to put pencils through your eyes while you were running the beer temple. So I don't know if
That's
if
true.
if you fully escaped that.
But I wanted to be dramatic. I want to put them on the ground, and then I want to just...
That is true. You didn't just pantomime that
Yeah.
and describe it.
Both of them at once. And stand up, so
that was
only the
graphic.
erasers are sticking
That
out.
was graphic.
I wonder if there's also something, and I don't know if you guys all feel this way, but that when there was someone else to blame for things that I was unhappy with, I couldn't be happy. And so, like, now that there's no one else to blame, like, for things going wrong at work, I'm like, it's stressful, but, like, I'd rather take that stress than be like, if this person would just totally change their personality and do the things that I think they should do, then I would be fine. And, like, I just, like, I can't have that person as a boss is, like, what I've figured out. Like, do you guys, like, is that, like, and that's probably the main driver behind why I have my own business, even more than, like, I wanted to make saisons of, like, I can't handle, like, other people telling me what to do in a very, like, good way.
I don't know about that for me. I don't know. I think
For
at
me,
this
for
point
sure.
now,
Yeah.
it'd be hard for me. But I think I could get behind somebody if I was, like, all in for this person.
But that's the opposite of what I'm talking about. If you're all in for what this person is doing, then you're not having the experience I was talking about. Where you're like, this one person that's my boss is such a dickhead.
No,
that,
not
like,
that. I was you said I can't work for anybody else now.
Well,
is what you're saying. It's like, I think I could. I think I could.
At this point, I don't even know if I have a skill set to get a real person's job.
That's a second. I've definitely in crisis moments been like, what am I going to do?
I've made hooch for my entire life.
Right.
I'm screwed if I have to get a real job.
Well, dude, to your point, right? Like, so the classic old saying, expectation is the thief of joy, right? If you're not finding the joy in what you're doing because your expectations aren't being met, you got two choices, man. You either get on board with whatever you're facing and say, fuck it, I have to, choose happiness, or I go do something else.
Right.
And I mean, therein lies the literal exact moment in time where I was like, I got to go do something else.
Yep.
I was finding myself constantly feeling let down, and then feeling like I was in a position I couldn't make any change. I was out of control with any of the situations I was facing. And it's like, dude, are you going to be miserable about it, or are you going to like whine and be annoying about it, or are you going to go just do something else?
Right.
And so here we are. So I think it's one thing to feel nervy about what you're doing, but that's also going to keep that fire going for you, right? Like, it gets you showing up every day when you know you got responsibility, you're married, you got kids, all that. And this is what drives you. So we could debate this and feel all sorts of different ways. Chris could have erasers sticking out of his eyes, and we're over here having a great day. That's just the fun thing about our little life that we have with craft beer is it's fucking challenging, man. Yeah. Fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
all
you still get up and do it every day. You still talk about it all the damn time.
Right.
With tens of listeners,
Sure. Absolutely.
Tens of listeners.
That's true.
There are dozens of us, but
Come on, man.
dozens.
I am dialed in.
So I think it's about that time.
I think so.
Yes.
We ended on a good note, though.
Yeah. We got there eventually.
This is a great conversation, guys.
I think we should thank our guests. I think we should, but we won't. No, I want to thank Eric Hobbs of Blind Corner Brewing. Blind Corner Beer or Blind Corner Brewing?
Blind Corner Brewery.
At
Yeah.
least
Taking it all the way back.
not artisan ales.
Not artisan ales.
Oh, okay.
There's only one artisan ale.
Blind Corner for the World was close second.
JP. Corner for the world. He's sick.
And Tom Beckmann of Goldfinger Brewing.
Correct.
Nailed it.
Yep.
What are we?
Thank you.
Hold on. Is was Brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Bro.
Before we get out of here, though, or do a little cheers. It almost sounds as good as that little plastic pack opening up. So we just opened up this Fatheads. We've been opening up a lot of beers.
It's hot.
Dude, this beer is so good. This is my favorite beer. We've opened up.
So
No
good.
It
offense.
is really good.
No offense. I just love this
Who would
beer.
you offend by this?
I just know.
Chris,
Well, I've opened up a
Ozempic
Goldfinger
head.
beer. I've opened up,
Chris,
and
and
this was
the length of our friendship. If I thought you thought one of my beers was your favorite beer when a Fathead was on the table, I would tell you to fuck off because you're lying to
there
me.
was a Goggle Fogger. It was great.
Yeah,
One of the most awarded. There's a Benjamin Danklin that we
Danklin,
opened
dude.
up.
I mean, look
We
at the
had
side
a
of this
North
can.
Park.
Gold World Beer Cup, Gold Great American Beer Fest,
Yep.
same year.
Same
Like,
year.
just-
Same year.
That's
There
it.
you go.
That's it.
And it's
What about
it's
the Anchor
amazing.
beer?
Yeah.
Wait,
Other than that,
wait.
is there anything that either of you would like to say before we get out of here? I just said my final bit.
I'm gonna wait till we're done to say the thing I just noticed on these cans that I thought
Okay.
was very funny.
Okay.
I don't want to get more.
No, I really appreciate you guys having us on the show tonight. It's always fun to sit and talk with you folks. And, we're 5 months in, so it's feeling like a damn roller coaster right now. But we do appreciate how much everybody's embraced it. It's been a great start. So thank you. Drink some Blind Corner beer.
Oh yeah.
Happy to be back here. Very excited to be at Iswas again.
Welcome back.
Although I was looking forward to getting some pizza. That $38 pizza
Well done.
at the beer temple.
It should be more expensive. It's great pizza.
No, it's always great to hang out with you guys. Exciting beers coming up. Lagerversary. We're turning 5. I can't believe we're turning 5 years
crazy.
old.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So come hang out and have some lagers July 18th, the weekend of July 18th. Good to see you guys.
All right. Thank you. Mike, anything before? Oh, you already said your thing. You're going to wait.
I'm going to wait to talk to you guys about how funny that something I saw in this can is.
All right. Well, we will see you next time. So long.